I want to make an album.
It's a new day, everyone!
Wait, we gotta show we do have a brain cell. I might eat my words. No peeking, no clipping.
I like them sausage rolls, mate!
So this song was one I wrote before a lot of things. It was before I really had a process down. It was before I learned a lot about songwriting, you know, the whole chorus summarizes a song thing, verse adds plot, all of that sort of stuff. So it's one of the few where the lyrics fit one page, but it still accomplishes the goal of telling a story, and it's pretty clear what the song's about. I mean, the chorus does what a chorus should, summarizing the entire plot. Because I hate my guts no matter how hard I try. I'm down on my luck because of all my lies. I know I did it to myself, but if I knew how, I'd pull myself out of this hell. Does what it's supposed to. You get the full picture. This guy's a fucking emo. Emo. But the rest of it, there's not much extra info. I don't feel right in my skin, but then again, I never really did. I play a character to keep myself sane. I'm getting tired of faking this. It's killing me to see myself slip. I want to break out and throw it all away. That's it. That's a whole song.
That's it?
I have some funny ad-libs in the solo. Now for Trauma is in there because I streamed Xenoblade, and before a pretty heavy cutscene, I said, now for Trauma. And I thought it'd be perfect to throw that in right before the solo. And then at the midpoint, I threw in a level up, because game metaphors. So we have Guitar Pro open. It's my notation software of choice. I like to start here since I could just throw everything in, make sure all the parts work before I go into the DAW, and I can export the MIDI and half the song's basically done. HATE is an acronym, as you can see, for having a terrible existence. Why?
The emo. The what? The emo! Wow.
Either way, as you can see, game start, already going into the gamey things, because I knew before I even finished the song, it'd be fun to start with the NES-y sort of startup sound. Game start, that kind of thing. Follows a very common like pop rock performance force, if you will. Feels kind of weird to use that classical term for rock, but anyway. We got drums, we got bass, we got rhythm guitar that's distorted, we got lead guitars that are distorted, and then vocals, harmony, and low octaves. Pretty much my usual things. Low octaves almost exclusively for the chorus just to fill space. And then because it's a gamey sort of synth poppy kind of thing, there's a synth. There are 8-bit drums and synth bass for the verses because I wanted to lean into that extra like digital pop thing. It follows that pattern. I bring the guitars in sooner on the second verse, bring the lead guitar then, and there's a little bit of ramp down before the solo, which I started working on solo harmonies and adding that at one point. I didn't think the song needed that, especially because it's doubled by the synth. And then my final chorus, kind of another thing I like to do, is very stripped back to vocals, drums, and bass before coming back in with everything and then ending on this little anime-ass romp.
It's a new day, everyone!
I had to start with that since I mentioned Xeno earlier. This is my Logic template. It has every instrument I tend to use in like almost everything. I'm not going to use everything listed here because I know for sure there's no clean guitars in this song, so yeet. I don't think I need strings for this one, so yeet. Keys, mainly piano, that can go. And yeah, we'll keep the synth pad just in case I feel like punching up with that. So like I said, part of why I love notation software and why it's one of my favorite things is because I could turn that whole thing into this whole thing and drop it right at the bottom. Bada bing, bada boom. No, I'm not importing the tempo. Since for whatever reason it always adds like a 0.0002 at the end. No clue why. Couldn't tell you why. But we are going to do some deleting and reorganizing. I don't need the snare on its own because it is not there. I only have that on Guitar Pro because the kit I had didn't have a good sounding distorted snare. So we're gonna go ahead and move some MIDI around. We're gonna move some MIDI around. Let me go ahead and start with my main drums. So one of my favorite things about this, of course you can see I'm taking this up so I can track bass in a moment. MIDI references with a robot icon because it's not a real boy, it's a robot boy. It's just a piano sound, just something that I have to base off of. Siri, I was not talking to you. Please go away. Thank you. Alrighty, so I might eat my words, but this is one of my simplest songs. It is not all that difficult to play. It's one of my favorites to practice with, and especially make sure I'm not playing my bass too hard. So this should go fast? But I might have just cursed myself by saying that.
You fool!
Make sure this is set. Of course, it is tuned to drop D, because I am a drop dingus.
Dingus.
Also, it's, you know, pop punk, hard rock kind of thing. Drop tunings are just, you know, the thing to do. Let's do this.
Later.
Last one. There we go. And I hit the right note this time. Nice. Hell yeah. Alrighty, bass is done. Bass is finito. Boom, boom. Alright, and now I can move it around. I will now grab my guitar. What's Mario doing? Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Of course he's doing the one-up glitch. I wanted the mushrooms. Give me all of the mushrooms. Woohoo! Let's go get high under the overpass. There we go. So, I got my guitar. It's purple. And, yeah. I'm gonna play a little bit just to kind of get a feel for how things are going. My girlfriend texted me and she's being very cute. And I love her so very much.
Nobody cares!
Already bottomed out. Yeah, I'm not hitting the same note at all, and it's fine. There, cool. Nice to actually hear the drums now.
"12 seconds later.
Let's see if I get this timed right. Fingers crossed, can I make it happen? Can I do it?
Three weeks later.
Yeah. Yeah. Got the whole pick scrape in there and everything. I freaking love those. This is one of my favorite guitar sounds of all time. Just that. Also, I didn't realize until I started recording, like, it sounds jank on its own because it's usually like 5 or 6 of them just like. But that's fun. I love that. I love that. So let's get that second rhythm locked in because we're basically there. And I'm feeling it. I'm living it.
I'm really feeling it.
3:28 a.m.
Okay, tell me that second picture for best. It's weird to hear myself as I'm doing it, making it. Okay, make it happen. Here we go.
Hey, you want to see something cool?
Oh shit, it's coming. It's coming. Level up. That felt a little weird, but I think that's good. Let's see. Let's confirm. Let's confirm. Let's see.
Beautiful.
Don't feel right in my skin, but then again, I never really did.
16 paranoia-filled days later.
Play a character to keep myself sane, 'cause I hate my guts. No matter how hard I try, I'm down on my luck 'cause of all my lies. I am now in your left ear. That is so weird for me too. So like, I love doing that bit whenever I'm on stream, but then it's also like, I'm also doing psychological damage to myself, and I'm not vibing with it, but it's fine. So these are the last main harmonies, and then it's ad-lib time.
Hurry up, will you?
Hello, I'm sitting down again. So as you can see, I'm holding a different microphone, a cheaper microphone. And the reason being is we are tracking ad-libs. And part of it's because of when I made this template, I was like, hey, I need a way to distinguish between like the main vocal parts and the ad-libs. And a lot of times I trash them up anyway. So it's like, why not? So I go for this for the vibe. And yeah, we are gonna get some ad-libs in here.
A lot of boring math later. One eternity later.
Now we get to do the thing out of the bridge, which I'm very excited because the song ain't the same without the line. Now for trauma. Now for trauma. Level up. I'm way too proud of that. It's so dumb, but it's so funny.
Are you not entertained? Are you not?
You sly dog, you caught me monologuing. Yes, so post-production. I love my little samples. Of course, we have a fun little... our beep boops. The other thing I did to these impacts to make them sit more and fit more with a pop rock gaming kind of thing is bit crush them. Make them sound like they're coming out of a Game Boy. Make everything sound Game Boy. It's fun. I love it. And I did that with everything, with these big booms that are highlighting the intros and choruses, these small booms in between, changing up some of those. The other thing that I'm reminded of, one of the few paid plugins that I regularly use and love, Transit 2, because you can automate all sorts of things at once with the macro knob and make your own samples, which is fun. It's great. I love doing it. So I do it on every song I can. So that's baked in, and in this song, I made it make this sound, which is very buried in the mix, as you will hear once it's all together, because I have it also on Transit Audio, and that sounds like this. I forgot I had it here. What does it sound like? That's fun. That's fun. All sorts of fun stuff in there. But yeah, I think I'm at the point now where I thank you. So with all of that, my messy ass self, thank you for watching. This version of the song will be out when it is out. I'm still figuring that out as of now. 2 versions of it are currently out on Spotify, Apple Music, and all the places. So feel free to give those some love, give my current music some love, and give the video some love. Since you've been here this long, thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and all of that. Here's the song as it is now.